Oh, live. So then, good luck. Yeah. All the best.
Hi, everyone. We'll wait for a few more people to trickle in, and then we'll get started on our session. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for Navigating the Storm, Timeless Strategies for Thriving in Crisis with Patrick Pissang. My name is Kirsten Mills. I am the email manager at Consensus, and I will be your moderator for today's session. DEMOFEST is presented by Consensus. Consensus is intelligent demo automation software that helps scale pre-sales with interactive video demos. You can learn more at goconsensus.com or view the automated micro demo at the link in the Docs tab on the right of your screen. Consensus is proud to provide this event for free to all attendees. However, we would like to invite each of you to donate to our company's humanitarian organizations if you would like to. You can learn more about this and donate by visiting the DEMOFEST Gives Back booth in our virtual expo hall in the Booths tab or at the link in the Docs tab on the right of your screen. We invite you to join in on our DEMOFEST community on Discord. Our community is where you can connect with speakers, get exclusive access to content and events, and where the conversation will continue long after the DEMOFEST event has ended. We encourage all attendees to join us, and you can join the community at the link in the Docs tab. We encourage you to participate in today's session. On the right side of your console, you can see a few ways. On the right side of your console, you can see a few ways to engage with throughout the session. Click the chat function. Click the chat function will allow you to engage with us as well as other attendees. Throughout the session, you may see a few polls. We encourage you to participate as your feedback is important to us. Our speaker will be taking questions from the audience at the end of the session, but we encourage you to ask questions at any time through the Q&A box. If at any time you're having technical difficulties, head to the gear on the bottom of your screen, and you will see a help document to help troubleshoot common issues. I would like to introduce our speaker, Patrick Pissang. Patrick trains business-to-business tech sales teams around the globe. He has revolutionized the industry with projects like The School, the Sales Engineering Map, the Sales Engineer Survival Guide, and the SE AI Companion. His well-respected book, The Social Sales Engineer, is a testament to his expertise. As the founder of Sales Hero and co-founder of The School, Patrick's mission is to elevate sales engineering teams to new heights and empower the next generation of A players. And with that, I will turn the rest of the time over to you, Patrick.
Thank you, Kirsten. And welcome, everybody, to this game I want to play with you today. So you're in a presentation that is a bit different than you might expect. Okay, so I want to lead you into a realm where a sales engineer actually is playing a game, is pretty aware of this, and yeah, is going through a crisis situation. Let's see how this works. I want to start with a theme, and the theme comes from Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. He wrote a book called Flow about peak performance, right? How do you reach the highest state of creativity? Right? He interviewed loads of very known Nobel Prize winners and authors, scientists, the whole bunch, right? And with this, he found insights into creativity. And at the end of the book, there's one section that is very, very interesting. And he says, actually, creativity decreases during good times. Interesting bit. And on the same note, there's Michael Hopf, author of a novel, of a post-apocalyptic novel. And he says, well, and I corrected the man with the woman, right? So hard times create strong women. Strong women create good times. Good times create weak women. And weak women create hard times. And so the cycle closes. Okay. And with this theme, I want to lead you into a game. So the idea is, what if a sales engineer could play the crisis like an RPG? RPG means role-playing game. What if we pretend we are sucked into a game and can play it, right? Like a real game. So I want to introduce some dynamics here. And the game we want to play is called Crisis Dawns on SEs. So I ran this presentation to my wife as a dry run, and she says, well, you need a trigger warning. There will be tears, violence, and yeah, we will talk about layoff, right? So if you don't want to stand this, please leave now, okay? But I hope you stay and have a fun time with me. So let's start the game. We are initiating the game world. Welcome, dear player. So what this means, we need to create a new character. We choose a character class, which is a sales engineer. We choose a name, maybe Jordan, right? And we receive 2 fate points in this game. You can see this indicated with the little hearts there, right? So we have 2 fate points, and fate points are anything. They help us to make a bad thing good, okay? All right. What else do we need? Well, a role-playing game is made up of attributes. Every player has attributes, right? In the game Crisis Dawns on SE, those attributes are product, empathy, business, and vision. Well, and we have 16 points to distribute. And we know what a sales engineer needs to do, right? We need product knowledge. So the best thing to use those 16 points is actually give the most to product and then equally distribute the rest to empathy, business, and vision. Okay, so those are our player attributes. This is how we start the game. Let's see this in full. Okay, our full character sheet has more. There are skills. And the good thing is, with our class, sales engineer, we receive 2 more skills. One is the demo god, and the other one is the industry expertise. Both are level 1. So it seems like we can increase this stuff. And then there's the general section. XP, experience points. So for whatever we do, a quest we solve, we get points and we reach a new level. Okay, and our reputation is unknown, so we are pretty new, right? We just created our character, so nobody knows us. We need to find our way and get famous. Okay, so why don't we enter the game now? Let's do it. Let's click start. Game is loading. Welcome, Jordan, to Crisis Dawns on SE. You start working at Big Corp as a sales engineer. Nice. And the thing we want at first is, of course, a quest. That's the first thing we get when we enter the game. We get a quest. So what is our quest? Well, we should support an AE, an account executive, with our skills, demo god and industry expertise. So this is an easy quest. Of course, it's the first quest, right? So we get awarded experience points, skill advancement, and reputation if we make it. Now we have the choice. Do we want to accept? Of course we want, right? Let's go into this quest. So we are pretty new in the role, and we are supporting an account executive. And that's okay. So we want to answer technical questions, all the little bits and pieces we know already. We want to be supportive. We want to listen. We want to learn. What the AE does during the session, though, is they put us in and say, hey, Jordan, come on, you will now demo this piece. And you're absolutely not prepared. But what do? Do you demo or do you push back? Well, we wouldn't be a sales engineer hero, right, if we would push back. So we tried. So there's something written on the screen there, like that says, roll the D20 plus 5 on product. And demo, exactly, Carolyn. So roll a D20, and that's actually what we do. And we need to add the number 5 to the roll, to the result, right? So if we roll a 5, up to a 5, plus 10, we would pass the test. And the good thing is here we get -4 from demo god. So there's some chance to do that. Let's see. This is our attribute. That's our character sheet again. So we have product 10. We have demo god level 1. Okay. Now we do roll a D20, and I want to show you the D20 in real life. So there are a bunch of D20s, and I just roll one. and I rolled a 16. Doesn't matter what I roll here, just want to show you how the game would do this, right? That's what the game does in the background. Rolling a d20. Okay, what's the result? You see this here. So our choice is demo. We roll the d20 and the result is an 8. You see this in the brackets. You need to add 5, that's 13. We need to then decrease the demo got 4 points of demo got. And we pass, it's a 9. We were lucky, good stuff. The first part of the quest is done. Don't forget, that's an easy quest, we just started off. And because we have been being successful with the demo, the prospect invites us to join an industry conference, okay? And on this conference, we can speak, we're on stage. And we talk about a provocative topic, and from the crowd, the prospect actually asks a critical question. And we can have a choice what we want to do. Ignore this question, right? Simply go on with our talk, or answer it. And answering again needs to roll to the d20 plus 5 on product, okay? And we get 4 points from industry expertise. Let's see, that's our character sheet again. So product 10, industry expertise level 1, okay? So let's roll the d20. That's what's happening in the background, right? So the system rolls the d20. And here's the result. We roll a 9, plus 5 is 14, minus 4. Yeah, we passed, exactly. So the 10 is what we needed. We got the 10. And that means, yeah, we solved the quest. Isn't that amazing? So we supported our AE to actually get the deal in. We are new. That's time to party, right? And it's good because we also get 2 skill increases. Demo got plus 1 and industry expertise plus 1. Those go level up. So our sheet looks nice. We also got reputation, right? You see this with the green highlight. So we are locally known now. And we have demo got level 2 and industry expertise also level 2. Perfect. So and even more. The completed quest gives us 15 experience points. You see, we solved something, we get experience points, and we can add them to our existing points. And we also get something, because we faced the unknown, we were brave, right? We get growth mindset as a skill. Interesting. Let's take a look at this. Growth mindset level 1. It's added to our sheet. Perfect. And we have 15 XP. That's more than the needed 10. We needed 10 before. So that means we got a level up. Yeah. So on the level up, what do we do with two attributes? Of course, we put them onto product, right? Product technology knowledge. It helped us in the initial quest, so we need to increase this, right? We need to become even better. Looks good so far. First quest gave us a lot, right? So we have 12 points on product now. Level 2 demo got, level 2 industry expertise, and we have growth mindset. Good, and that's cool. We are really happy and want to rock on, and actually want the next level, right? So let's go on with the game. I mean, there's lunchtime now, but it's lunchtime now, but we fight the need to eat because we want to see how the game goes on. So let's go on. Gosh, what's that? We get a class quest alert for the class sales engineer. That's mean. That looks mean. I mean, the economic situation gets worse. Companies around us fire people, right? They lay off professionals. Yeah, and we need to find a way to survive and not be fired. This is a hard quest. Difficulty hard. But we still get awarded XP, skill advancement, and reputation. Do you accept? Yeah, I mean, if you get laid off automatically, the game ends. We just decided to play, right? So yes, we accept. Let's go on. What's that? It's a time-critical quest. We only have 8 rounds. Gosh, then let's hurry. 8 rounds to go. If you have ever played role-playing games, there are always NPCs that are non-player characters. So characters played by the game, right? If you want so. And we meet. So the first thing we do, we actually go to our manager and ask for their opinion. What our manager says, like, yeah, the economic situation is rough. But be assured your position is safe. Okay, you're highly valuable and you're hard to replace, so don't worry. Yeah, and please, one piece of advice, help your AE qualifying deals. And then there's this click for dialogue. I don't know what kind of gamer you are, if you click dialogues like away and you want to the action immediately, or if you go through them and enjoy them. We have no chance here, we need to go through them. And what our manager does actually, it gives us some hints and tips on what happened. I love the dialogue. What would happen if you got laid off? And at this point, I want to take the advice from a veteran VP of sales engineering that I got on a call when we discussed this. This person said, well, what you should do, you should learn diving, okay? So don't take it personal and check your air, right? Like every diver would do this. Check, do I have enough air? What this means is, check, do I have all certifications I need? Do I need more training? Did I have enough spare time? What about my mental health? What about my health in general, right? What do I do with my spare time when I get laid off? Yeah. So, and using this leisure time, just to put this on top, is that the Greeks believed that it's only meaningful if you use it for study. That's interesting. Yeah, that's what managers tell you, right? And they tell you more. Even if things look like this, right? So there is a huge obstacle in your way, right? Zoom out. You've come so far. You managed so many problems already in the past. This one won't kill you, right? It will make you stronger again. Okay, lovely dialogue. And by living through the dialogue, right, we can increase some levels. So we have the choice: increasing demo god, increasing industry expertise, or growth mindset to level 2. But this requires empathy 4. We only have empathy 2 right now. So, but we also get experience points. So let's game the game. With the points, I know we will level up. Yes, so let's spend the attributes actually on empathy, so we can get growth mindset level 2. Nice one. 30 more points needed to the next level. That looks good. We increase, we get better. Back to our quest. 7 rounds to go. We get a new side quest. So we have more opportunities than we actually can tackle already, because sales is adding more and more to the pipe, right? And then there's one opportunity coming in where the prospect is pretty angry about a competitor. So they were at the competitor first and then came to us. Okay, that's what the AE is using to convince us. Okay, let's save the company in our business. We have to try this op, right? We have to do it. What's our decision? Do we do it? Are we going for it? Or do we qualify? Wait, our manager said we should qualify more often. So maybe you should try it. So we would gain the skill qualifier if we make it. Interesting. We only have business 2, right? So that means if I take a D20, I need to roll a 2. That's a 3. So that would pass. But it's highly unlikely. But we have 2 fate points. So we should try it. Let's try it. We want to gain the skill qualifier. And now think about the situation. There's a prospect coming from a competitor and pretty angry. Your growth mindset kicks in and you think, oh, maybe there's something wrong. Maybe the prospect is angry because the competitor qualified them out. Right? You know that the competitor has a very good sales team. They don't let the customer go away. Right? So, and with this thinking, we actually can qualify this one opportunity out. So let's roll here. And we roll a critical pass. So we roll a 1, and that's critical, right? And that's a pass. We win. And I can't see what's below there. We get 20 experience points at what you can't see because my name is in the way. Kirsten, if you can remove this, this would be great. Okay, plus 20 points. So we have 50 from 60 points. We get a new skill called qualifier level 1. Nice one. Okay, we are growing. Let's go. 6 more rounds. Oh gosh, what's happening now? we are supporting DAE again, right? I have a lot to do. And customer success comes to us and says, well, could you help us, please? There's a customer. We need to save this person or this company from leaving, right? We need to keep them as a subscriber. Okay. What do we do? Help getting the new business or supporting customer success? Customer success means rolling on empathy, but we would gain a skill renewal saver. That sounds interesting. Hey, let's try this, right? We have still 2 fake points. What should go wrong, right? Rolling a 5 should be okay. So, and what are the advantages of subscription during a crisis, right? That's our thinking now. I mean, subscription means predictable revenue, right? Your subscribers, the subscriptions you have, will most likely bring you through the crisis or bring you very, very far. So it's highly important that you retain customers, right? So, and with this thinking, sales engineers should actually think about supporting customer success more often, especially in tough situations, right? So that's why we do it. And it doesn't mean you need to be available for customer success all the time, right? Proactivity rules. So as a sales engineer, especially when we go into crisis situations, it's amazing if you start creating documentations, pitch decks, checklists, demo videos, industry insights, customer profiles, objection handling sheets, talk tracks, anecdotes, all those kind of things that help us retain customers, right? It helps the company retain the customers and therefore to make the crisis, make it through the crisis. Again, we are happy because we roll a 4. That's perfect. We pass. We get 20 experience points here. Is this a level up? Yeah, it is. We reach a new level. And you see, with every new level, we get 1 more free attribute to spend. Okay. Now we get already 4. And because we know more about business now, right? Let's spend them on business. Okay. So there will be a roll on business, pretty sure. And nicely, we get a new level on DemoGod, as a side effect. Amazing, because we used it. We get the renewal saver as a new skill, and we get more experience points. That's what I want to see. Okay, let's go on. The time is ticking. 5 more rounds. So, and again, our AE is working on an opportunity, very technical this time, and the AE struggles to get the value point across, right? So we get asked to help. And the specific ask is to do a humongous POC. Okay, so, and the question that the AE is asking again and again, why is our SAP plugin that expensive, right? Compared to the market and stuff like that. That's the thinking in their head. So very technical. So what's our decision here? Prepare for a humongous POC or invent a value workshop? Rolling on vision. We haven't leveled up vision so far, but we would gain a skill creativity. Hey, we have the fake points still, so let's do that. Go into the value workshop. So this is one example of a value workshop. Okay, so, and this is very specific because it mixes a methodology called domain-driven design with the discovery aspect of sales engineers. Okay, so domain-driven design features a strategic tool called a context map. And that's what you see here. That's a context map. And this map is actually real. It's obfuscated, but it was for an airline where we created this, and this actually was featured on the IATA, the biggest airline fair. So pretty successful methodology to do discovery. I still train this today, right? It's really powerful, especially for middleware or very technical products. Nice way to do discovery, and the customer feels very good because they do domain-driven design, which is a very hip term since a long time, very well-known, respected methodology. All right, that's one way to do it. But I want to make the point even more clear what we need to do. We need to merge concepts, right? Maybe you know the sales engineering map. I curate the thing over 2 years now. So on there is everything that is from the sales engineering world, from podcasts to books to applications, right, to communities, to trainings, even to recruiters. It's all on the map. And how did I come up with this? Well, I also write novels in German. And I wrote a novel about an orc shaman, right? You see this on the lower right here. And I was creating a map for the book, right? A fantasy map. And at the same time, I was preparing, I have it vividly in my mind still, I was preparing a webinar on sales engineering topics. And I wanted to align sales engineering applications, like in a cycle, right? How they feed into each other. And I looked at the map that was on screen and I switched back and forth and I thought, gosh, that the stuff needs to be on the map, right? And this is how I created the map over 2 years ago. So we are merging topics. That's the important point here. Okay. So we want to invent the value workshop. No, that's a fail. Gosh, we rolled a 9. That's too high. But yeah, we have our fate point. So we use our first fate point now to make this right, and we gain 20 experience points. Nice one. So we have creativity now as a skill. Amazing. We need 10 more points for the next level. Let's play on, right? And again, to make the merging aspect clear for the creativity bit. So merge different domains, right? In the same way, like I also wrote this book that you see there on the slide. It's a lit RPG novel. And what does it do? It features character sheets, weapon damage, health of the protagonist, and so on. It features it in a story, right? As a reader, you really see this, yeah, and can read with this. You see the level up, the experience points, everything. And that's the same what I do here, right? I merge this into a presentation. I hope you enjoy this format. So I never tried this before. So let's go for it. Yeah. But you see the point. Merge different domains. So if you have something special you do in your real life, thank you, Carolyn. If you have something special in your real life or some other domain that you're really deep into, try merging this, okay, with your sales engineering topic. 4 rounds to go. Oh my gosh. So what happens is that the sales team 4x's the pipeline because they think that's the only way to go through the crisis, right? So people moan. It's really, it's tears, right? It's really too much work because of all the unqualified deals in the pipeline. And your manager asks for ideas, yeah? And the system offers us 2 options again on this quest. Take on additional work, yeah, with the bonus for work for burnout, right? But we can use the demo god skill, or automate demos. Hey, come on. We are on DEMOFEST. I think we need to roll on vision, right? Because we also want the skill demo automation. Let's go for that. So yeah, that's the easy one, right? So after this, please watch everything you can see about demo automation. Okay, so you're in the right spot here. Okay, but oh no, we failed again. So we rolled on automate demos. We needed to roll a 2, but we rolled a 19, so that's a fail. We need to use another fate point. That's sad. You can't see this possibly. Automate demos, yeah, Korean. We get 30 experience points. That sounds a lot. Do we level up? Yes, we level up. We reach a new level. We can spend 5 points now. Let's see. Of course, we put them into vision, right? You can see this in green because vision came up so often now. We just need to increase it. We used it so often. And we get the skill demo automation. Fine. That's cool. Level 1. And you see our 2 hearts, our fate points, they're white. So we don't have any fate point anymore. That's critical. That's really critical. Let's see if we can make it to the end and not be fired. Only 3 more rounds. Let's see. Let's go. Your sales team is losing more and more deals. So, and the sales engineering team is actually affected by this, right? So because they lose deals too, but they put in so much work, all their heart, right? So what is actually going on is the sales team is starting gossiping about AEs, questioning their value, right? They're just like managing the deal, nothing else, right? And the system gives you 2 options here. Join the gossip and make more friends in the SE community, right, in your company. or actually defend the AEs. Defend the AEs. Carolyn is with me. Okay, perfect. Katie would go A. Okay. Defend the AEs means not just ignoring that other people are gossiping, but really finding a way to make clear that they are valuable. And we need to roll an empathy, and we would gain a fate point. And the fate point is the good thing here. I want the fate point. So let's see. What I come up with, or what you come up with actually as a player, is the following graph. So what this graph actually does is it shows the effort of SEs during the deal cycle and of AEs during a deal cycle. Let me get this in here. And the point here is, what you draw on the slide is that for sales engineers, it's often invisible when AEs work and what they need to carry. Especially upfront the deal, they carry so much rejection. If a sales engineer has never lived through this, like as an BDR or AE themselves, they can't understand what this means. It's mentally or emotionally so hard, right? I bet most sales engineers would break under the load of this rejection when they still carry the normal job, right? Yeah? You need a specific type of personality to actually cope with that. But that's actually invisible to sales engineers generally, right? And the other thing is the negotiation phase, okay? Sales engineers are slightly going off, right? Maybe they are still there with the compliance, whatever things, but when it comes to legal and the commit and the negotiation, they're typically not part of that. But negotiation is sweat, tears, and blood, right? So that's tough work, okay? Just to make clear, dear colleagues, AEs are valuable. We need to be a team. It's a team sport, and it will always be. Okay, we defend the AEs. Hey, and cool. We roll a 1. That's a critical pass. Perfect. And we actually gained 50 experience points. We did a really good job. 50 points. Let's take a look. We didn't level up. We're too high already. But we gained creativity level 2 and 1 more fate point. Yeah, creativity as a side effect here of our nice invention. Okay, looking pretty good so far. I mean, hey, that's game on. Only 2 more rounds. And this is interesting now. Because of our high attributes in business and our creativity bits, we get an idea. Shouldn't I track my KPIs? Yeah, what could I track? Things like discovery to win ratio, demo to win ratio, AE support ratio, something like this. I mean, we should follow our instincts, right? So we can make a decision. We could generate KPIs or put the time into client work. Okay. With the KPIs, we gain a skill called KPI master. So KPI master, I want this. I need this. So let's see what's behind this. And this is something I would ask you to try. I want you to create your real life character sheet. Okay. And this might just be a simple spreadsheet. Okay. So to track your numbers, what columns would this spreadsheet have? Would have the following. First, deal conversion. So that simply means how many of the deals you touched led to a success. Your turnover just means just sum up all opportunities you brought in and sum up the ACV, so the value, right, that you brought in, the amount of money at the end, right? The same with discovery to win ratio. If you did discovery, how many led to the win? If you did demo, how many led to the win? And so on. The same for POC, RFP. The last point is maybe tough to see. It's average length of a one deal. So you simply put a start date and an end date in your sheet, and then you know what's the average length of a deal for you. Right? How much time do you spend on deals until they are in? That's it. But we fail. Oh no, that's not true. A 19 again. But we did get a fate point, right? Yes, we did. So we used the fate point and we pass the quest the side quest. That's cool. And we gain 50 points. 50 sounds a lot again. Do we level up? Yes, we level up. And we have 6 points to spend. Well, I would spend them equally on the 3 that are so low, like empathy, business, and vision. That looks nice. Steadily increases. We get the KPI master level 1 skill and 60 more points for the next level. We have no fate points anymore. That's sad. Last round in our class quest. Now it's getting interesting. Colleagues around you get fired. Leaders and manager you admire get fired. Your manager, right, that you now really liked is shaking your hand and needs to leave. You feel miserable. You feel demoralized. You feel very alone. So, what do you do? Carolyn knows the game very well. Hide under a rock or turn to stoicism. Yes, let's turn to stoicism, right? We want to gain the skill resilience. It's so important to have some mental resilience. Okay. Wait, what happened? Resilience. Okay, let's go. And the first thing I want to tell you, please connect with Tony Franchetic. I love his Wednesday wisdom, right? And he needs much more support on that. Every Wednesday he sends out a small piece of wisdom, and that's often based on Stoic wisdom. And in this case, it was Marcus Aurelius, one of the great Stoics. And he said, is this what I was created for? To huddle under the blankets and stay warm, right? So isn't the crisis the right situation for me, the right environment? So Stoics always prepared for the bad days, right? They were always prepared. They would sleep not in the bed for a day, but on the floor, for example. They wouldn't eat, they would fast or something. And so they really prepared for the bad times. And Stoicism is very applicable today. It's an old philosophy, but it's very interestingly, very applicable today. And then one more thing, and I'm really serious about this. Read Men's Search for Meaning. Viktor Frankl was one of the greatest Stoics. It's life-changing. Please read this. Okay. We roll on the Stoicism piece and we roll a 7. Yes, and we pass and we get actually 60 points. Nice one. It's enough to level up. And we again distribute everything on the low points there. So we reached empathy, the same level as product. Amazing. Vision is on 10, business on 9. Resilience level 1 also included. We look pretty complete here, right? What did the crisis do to us, right? Nice. Okay, let's see. Oh gosh. Now we face the end boss. We survived. We didn't get fired, but there's an end boss. Of course there's an end boss, right? In every game there's an end boss. So let's fight the end boss. Let's make this 3 lives happen. The last 3 lives of the end boss. We don't have a fate point anymore, I think. That's bad. But let's see. We get a new manager because your former one got fired. And we get assigned 8 opportunities on top of everything else we got, right? Because the team is smaller now, so not too many people. That's too much for us, right? Leaving would mean ending the quest. Yes, we are hungry because we didn't have lunch, but the game, like the end boss, we need to fight. We can't leave now, right? We could work additional hours. Yeah, we could roll product on 12, but again, burnout is like calling, right? Or we qualify, like Carolyn already said. No, it's Katie actually who said this. So we qualify, of course. We have business on 19 and we get -10 from qualifier. Okay, so that means even if we roll a 19, -10 would be 9. That would be a pass. Yes, of course we qualify, right? It's cool that we had this skill. And yeah, what should I say? Qualification is the mantra of the school. I don't know if you have heard about the school. Let me tell you about this first. The school is what Josh from iCudo and me from Sales Hero, we founded. And the school is an organization where we train non-sales engineers to become sales engineers. So we give them a second career. Everybody who had a career somewhere else, we give On top of that, the sales and learning knowledge. It's a 3-month training that's completely for free. Students pay nothing for that, right? But they get a weekly coaching and a weekly 2 hours training session. Okay? And what they learn in every training, every week, we ask them, what does it mean? Why change? Why now? Why us? What do those questions mean? Because they are qualification questions. The best questions you can ask to your AE, and if you do discovery in an opportunity. Okay? Why change means, well, dear client, why not stick with status quo? Right? That's the biggest opponent to us, right? It's not the competition, it's status quo. So it's a need in the deal. Why now is urgency, right? Why do we need to change now and not in 1 year? Please answer. Right? So, and hopefully the AE can answer this already. And why us? Why is our solution the right one here? Right? Why doesn't it work with somebody else? Or why are we the best choice? Okay. Why change? Why now? Why us? Okay. So. And yeah, we can't fail, literally, if we would have rolled a 20. Okay, but we rolled a 16, and we actually gained 20 experience points here. I'm sure it's not enough to level up. No, it's not. But we get qualifier, new level on qualifier level 2, nice. And 60 more points to level up. Let's see. Next end boss live. So we got 1 live off. So again, we have an angry client that threatens to cancel the subscription. The best thing you can do when you're in a crisis, right? So threaten your supplier. So they want to cancel. And again, our decision, we could think it's not our jobs, right? Or I give it some thoughts. Yes, and we roll on the business piece, right? Because we have renewal saver. We are very, I think we could pass this, right? If we don't roll a 20. And the thoughts we should have here is, how can we discount without giving a discount? So to keep the client. And sales engineers are especially well positioned maybe to give free workshops, to reconfigure a system so it's more beneficial, right? Better equipped, maybe to support with some tickets, or to give advice, to consult, right? Or offer a free upgrade. Why not get the client on a higher tier for a limited amount of time, right? That shows appreciation. So what we learn here is discounting without giving a discount. Okay, that's what sales engineers can do. That's where we can be very creative. Okay, we roll again. Yeah, we nearly couldn't fail. It sounds like a very easy end boss, right? Let's see what will happen. Hey, and you can't see this, I think, but we get 1 fate point. We don't get experience points. We get 1 more fate point. Renewal saver levels up to 2. Okay, now my heart beats because it's the last life of the end boss. Okay, what happens now is crazy. Our new manager invites us to the office and tells us, well, I mean, I like you, but we don't think if you're really valuable. Although, so we know we brought in new deals, right? We saved renewals, but the manager gives us the impression that we are unvaluable enough, and he wants to fire us, right? Well, what can we do? Yell at the guy? That sounds funny. Or leave the corp, or prove your value. Proving your value would be rolling on business and -5 from KPI master. Sounds manageable. Let's prove our value. And we do. We pull out the sheet we just created. So, dear manager, I know you're new, but 78% of all deals I touched last year closed. During my time at this company, I touched $6.3 million. When I do discovery, I win 93% of deals. When I demo, I win 75% of deals. Okay. If I do POCs, I win 54%. Yeah. And by the way, we should do less of them. The same way we should do less RFPs, or actually don't do them at all, because we win only 15%. Yeah. And by the way, I work 9 weeks on average to close a deal. I want to see the manager where the mouth is not wide open, right? What? Where do you pull these numbers from? Yeah, from my KPI master sheet, okay? When you can have this powerful conversation, nothing can go wrong. And I want you to think about this. So maybe make this a game. So get your KPIs up. Set yourself targets for your KPIs, okay? Beat yourself every quarter. Speak with your peers about it and start a leaderboard maybe, right? Who's the best on each of those KPIs? Seems like we won. Oh no, we haven't. Gosh, no, we failed on the roll, but yeah, we have one more fate point. Luckily. So we show up with our numbers and really use the last fate point. Luckily, we got one before. So, but what does that mean? We defeated the endpoint boss and completed the quest. Perfect. We get 270 experience points, and our reputation goes up to known expert. Cool stuff. Let's look at this. Those experience points I actually mean 2 more levels. And that's our sheet when we finally end the game to go for lunch. Right? Product 12, empathy 16, business 16, vision 16, KPI master leveled up to 2, resilience leveled up to 3, and we are a known expert. It's interesting that the crisis leaves us with higher values on empathy, business, and vision than product. So this is the difference, right? Do you remember where we started, how we started? Right? So maybe you watch a lot of Marvel movies or something like this, right? Where there are superheroes like Thor or anybody else with supernatural powers. What's often forgotten there, that typical storytelling or classic stories, actually the hero is a normal person, right? And is a normal person who grows over himself. So see yourself as the hero of your game, right? That's what I want to give you. So, and to end this, maybe think about this. Hard times create strong sales engineering heroes, and strong sales engineering heroes create good times. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, let me know.
Thank you, Patrick, for that great presentation. Again, if you have any questions, please put them in the Q&A box on the right-hand side, and we'll get to as many of those questions as we can.
Thank you, Katie. And thank you, Carolyn, for your support. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Rainer. Ian, thank you. That was fun. Thanks, David. Glad you enjoyed it. Was really an experiment. Yeah, but I saw it like in the chat. It was funny. Like people, like, yeah, choose this. Really cool.
Oh, it looks like we do have a question. What if you didn't have the fate point at the end?
Then yeah, maybe we showed up with our numbers, but it wouldn't ring. I don't know. Our numbers were wrong, or didn't trust us where they came from. Yeah. Interesting question. Yeah. Of course, it was a setup game. Where was the question?
It's in the question and answer box to the on the right hand side.
Up there. Okay.
Do we have any other questions? I'll give it another minute or two.
Yeah. Okay. Where can we get your books? Which one? You get all of them on Amazon. Wait. I'm back in a second. if you mean the novels, I mean, there's the one book, The Social Sales Engineer. It's in the Q&As, in the docs section, there's the link. One, and the German ones, I have a pseudonym, and that's Lev or Lou Marshall, if you would, how you would call it, but it's German. Yeah. Okay. So one more question.
Yeah, there's one more question from Ben. Do you think that the SE effort is more visible to the AE versus the visibility of AE effort to SEs?
Yes, I believe that, yeah. And I'm guilty, right? So I created this effort graph only because I think I gossiped, right? I mean, like, what are AEs doing? Yeah? And I only experienced this when I did AE work myself. And you really see, okay, there's something odd, right? Yes, AEs see the work of the SE, and SEs don't see all the work from the AE. Yeah.
Okay. Do we have any last questions?
Thanks for the question, Ben, and Carolyn and Scott.
Okay, well, then we will wrap up this session. Wanted to remind everyone about our DEMOFEST game, where each session you attend and each session feedback survey you fill out gets you points to win some of our awesome prizes. Also excited to bring DEMOFEST on the road again as DEMOFEST X. We had a great time in San Francisco in March, and we can't wait to bring the event to Dublin, London, and New York City later this year. You can register to join us at any of these events at demofest.com, which is also at the link in the docs tab on the right hand of your screen. And I also want to encourage you all to stop by our expo hall to visit our premier partners of DEMOFEST. There's no transfer of money involved in this event, so all of our partners here have gone above and beyond to contribute to making this event a success for all of you. And lastly, want to thank you all for joining Navigating the Storm, Timeless Strategies for Thriving in Crisis. Thank you so much, Patrick, for that valuable insight and knowledge. And up on the screen are the upcoming sessions. You'll automatically push to the next session in your track, or you can switch tracks or sessions by toggling to the agenda tab at the top left of your screen. See you all soon at the next sessions.
Enjoy, have fun.